Dietitian Diana Steele is joining us because strawberries are in season, and you have some tips on buying them, storing them, and I guess ways to use them as well.
Exactly. So if you're going to go pick your own, make sure you take a cooler with you so that you can bring them home cool, because that will keep them fresh longer. And when you are picking them, make sure that you keep the little green tip on, because that will keep them fresh longer.
Interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to pull them off, but try not to pull off like the other little berry that might be with it. So if you can just take the one berry, that's perfect.
Okay.
If you're going to the grocery store, then, well, you have some tips on what you do.
I wasn't sure if I was the only one that does this, but when I pick up a package of strawberries, one, I look at it to make sure that there's nothing rotting inside, but then I sniff it through the plastic. And if I can smell the strawberries, then I'm pretty sure they're going to be tasty.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that they smell sweet and that there aren't any moldy ones in the package. And you can look at your package and see if there's any redness on that package, or you know, berries that have gotten a little bit too soft. You might not want to choose that package.
These ones smell like perfume.
Yes.
Oh,
they are so
lovely.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And then when you take them home, try to store them with a piece of paper towel in between each layer.
Just to take the moisture away?
Yeah, and unwashed. So you don't wash them until you're ready to use them. So then when you're ready to freeze them, you can wash them, and then you cut off the green stem and stand them up like little soldiers on your cookie sheet.
They look so cute here.
Yeah. And then put that in your deep freeze if you have one, otherwise the freezer underneath your fridge.
Why is it so important to freeze them like this first?
So that when you put them in the bag like this and they're all frozen, they freeze separately. Otherwise, if you put them in fresh and then freeze them, they'll all be clumped together. So it's much easier to use them for your smoothies and other desserts and things.
And then you can be sure to have fresh, locally grown strawberries year-round.
All year round,
okay.
Exactly.
And then you have a few different ideas, recipe ideas, ways to use them. You know, they're great just on their own. That's how I enjoy them the most. But you have a salad recipe for us.
Yeah, so this salad is just mesclun greens. But what I did is I put balsamic vinegar on these strawberries and let them sit for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Well, now it's been about an hour. And so we're just going to toss these into the mesclun greens with their vinegar.
And just balsamic vinegar, nothing else?
Actually, I did a balsamic reduction. So I boiled the balsamic vinegar for about 3 or 4 minutes until it became kind of like a syrup.
Okay.
And then I poured them on top. And then you can also reserve some of that balsamic glaze for the dressing, and this just has a little bit of garlic, olive oil, and balsamic reduction.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to add in salt and pepper as well.
And strawberries are great in salads. I like them.
Truly, they are. I love it. And then also some goat cheese. So I just crumbled the goat cheese. And then if you wanted to sprinkle some almonds on, and I don't know if Mark Madriga's here, so I'm not going to put them on.
He is here, so maybe leave them out.
I'll leave them off. And when you go to have yours, then you can sprinkle some on there. And then this is just the dressing that we'll toss on, and then we can toss the salad, and it's ready to go.
Beautiful.
The other salads, or the other recipes that I have, this one is a mango strawberry salsa on a piece of halibut. And I love to make extra because people always, once they've tasted it, they want to have more. Also with a tiny bit of balsamic vinegar and lime juice, as well as some cilantro and purple onion. And
I guess you could use that on a whole different, you know, not just halibut, but different types of fish as well, right?
Yeah, and make fish tacos. You could do it on bruschetta. In fact, you could use your salsa on the toasted, this is just a baguette, toasted brie, and then I put the balsamic strawberries on top of that.
Interesting.
And if you wanted, you could chop them up and put in some basil and then put them on top at the end.
There you go.
Lots of different ways. These recipes are all from bcstrawberries.com. So if people want to go on and find the recipe, they're really simple recipes. And yeah, take advantage of the season, right?
Absolutely. But the season lasts for a couple more months, right?
Yeah, so June to September, really, because we have the ever-bearing fruit. So they're going to last right throughout the season. So we'll get our June bearing and then the ever-bearing.
And I guess if you want the freshest berries, you can actually just go to some of the local farms and pick them yourself as well.
Yeah, and you can go to that same website, bcstrawberries.com, to find a farm near you, and then you can go and pick them. I used to pick them when I was a kid. I remember eating like way too many strawberries, and the really ripe ones, you're like, oh, I might as well just eat it.
Yeah, the smell of berries reminds me of like summer and my childhood. I love it.
Absolutely.
Diana, thank you so much.
Thank you.